Season 2. Okay, so welcome back to some more Does Your Track Suck? Today we're going to be on PlayStation 4. Hopefully in the very near future we can be on Xbox, but for today we're on PlayStation. And then something I was thinking about trying in the future, it was a suggestion from one of you guys that we do a PC, PlayStation, Xbox version of Does Your Track Suck? So basically we would take a track from PC, PlayStation, and Xbox and then decide who did it best, and then you guys in the comments would decide who you thought it did, and then you guys in the comments would decide who you thought did it best. So kind of an interesting idea. We'll see how it goes, but today we're on PlayStation. Let's jump into this and see if we can find the first track. Okay, so here we have Crusher 9475 suggested by Crusher. And the track is not that bad. It has a few tricky sections, but overall it's not that bad and it's a relatively easy track. And it is worth noting or mentioning that this is his first track in the game. So overall I think he did a pretty darn good job. Now, I have trouble here sometimes. Alright, that is one way to hit it. I am not a fan of this. Okay, I'm not a fan of jumping into the face of those and then having it just dive into the corner right away. He has two of them. The second one isn't as bad because you actually, I believe you can jump to the top of it. But there's still probably my least favorite part about the track. The layout's not bad. Now, I did have an issue with over jumping this a bit. Alright, we hit it good there. You're supposed to triple over that, triple this, and then triple this table. Kind of a fun line, but we didn't get it. Here's a little triple, and then I'm jumping in and jumping out of these. And we're going to be short on the quad. Oh my goodness. Hoping to get a better lap here. And then a finish line you actually have to try to get over. I love that. I love that you actually have to try to get over. It's not one of those where you just over jump it by a mile. Can we get the other line here? Whoa. The game feels so different on PlayStation. The controls are so much looser. Alright, here's the other line. And then you have the same thing here. Jump over. Now I really want to try and get this back section because I think it's probably one of the trickiest ones on the track. Surely as I say that we won't be able to get it. But it just has a very normal, I don't know if I already said it, I mean boring is too strong of a word, but kind of a little bit of a boring layout. Alright, well, we did it differently, but there you can kind of see how you would do it. Jump into these again. Oh my gosh, we're not getting the quad. It's not that bad. I was actually over jumping it before. Yeah, definitely jumping to the top of that is a possibility. And then the solid finish line. So overall, it's a little bit deceiving because when you see the picture of it, it looks like it's going to be a really short track. And it's really not that short. It's actually kind of a longer track. So overall, we're going to give it 2.5 stars. I know it's like, oh no, that's too high. 2.5 stars. I feel like 1.5 to 2.5 stars is a very average track. So don't worry, you still got the disappointed crowd. The crowd doesn't applaud until you get 3 stars. So overall, it wasn't that bad. For your first track, I thought how you placed all your jumps and everything worked really well. You had a kind of a tricky rhythm section in the back, and it really wasn't that bad. It was just a little bit on the boring side sometimes. And I wasn't a big fan of that first bridge for sure, how you just jumped into it. But not bad, dude. Not bad. So let's jump over and see if we can find the second track. Okay, so here we have Fast Flow suggested by Think Razor. And the track is very interesting. It's a very, very long track. A very long track. And you're supposed to jump to the top of that. But the game don't send you over the finish line anymore. I do enjoy this. If you go too high here, it does try to reset you, which is really, really, really annoying. And the track is fast. It's such a long track. It is fast, but it does turn a lot. It does turn a lot. I do enjoy that. A little bit different. So there's no really long, drawn out rhythm lanes or anything. Here's probably one of the longer sections. Hit that just about right. Oh, a little case. Then you can jump all the way over. Now, he does have several of those sand sections, which are nice, but you never really touch the sand. I mean, you're just jumping all the way over it, which is cool, but you never actually really use the sand. Really easy to overjump here. Oh, we messed up. Oh, no, we're okay. We're okay. Got to use some throttle control on those step-on, step-offs. He has several sections like that that you definitely have to pay attention to. Another big double. But everything is kind of built to where you don't have to hit the corner super, super hard. As long as you get through it decently. Oh, we messed it up here. And then that little double. Here's one of the sections where you have to kind of pay attention. And then triple off. And then I'm not a huge fan of this, where it just kind of S-turns a bit and then kind of wraps around itself. Not a big fan of that. No way! We're still inside of the tough block. Well, whatever. Lap times are about 3 minutes. And then this, I believe, is a quad. And then another one of those sand sections you jump over. Little triple. Oh my. Oh my. Oh no, I'm still on the track. There, all the way over the sand. See, I think he has one here too. I don't know if you can jump that whole thing. Oh my, I'm all over the track, dude. But overall, I mean, it's a fun track. It's a really fun track. It had to have taken him forever to put all this together. Such a long track. Ooh, different. I've never done that before. Not what I want to do. But it had to have taken forever to put it together. Based off of how long it was. This triple is super easy. I don't know. We're just getting all out of control here. Alright, now we should be able to do this. Yeah, definitely have to step onto that. Hit this again. Suppose we'll do one more lap. But it's not, I don't know. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. It's a little bit cobbled. Like, if you would have maybe opened up a few of these sections and made some really interesting rhythm lanes instead. I mean, I'm happy with it. It's a great track. It's a great track, but I just feel like it's a little bit cobbled because it has so many corners. But it's different, you know? If every track was the same, that would suck. So I'm glad to see something different here. But it just feels a little bit cobbled and congested, I guess. Yeah, congested. That's the word I'm looking for. Feels a little bit congested. I mean, here it opens up a little bit. So it is nice that there is a few open sections, but a lot of it feels really, really tight. I always think that that's going to be something else. Oh, we got it still. I was messing that one up like every time. And I believe we got it both times. Another kind of section where you open it up. Actually, I mean, it's not that bad, but it does have sections where it feels a little bit congested. Here we got that. So that one probably is one of the harder ones as far as having to really get around the corner in a halfway decent manner. This I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, if I would have been doing it, I would have probably just cut out all that and just had it cut back and connect here. Just pulled a 180 here and then went back to the whoops. Instead of trying to, I don't know, maybe make the lap time a bit longer or whatever. That quad's a lot of fun. And these are fun too. It's just, you know, it would have been cool if it would have been like a sand rhythm section or added a, I don't know, something to where you actually were using the sand. But he did use a lot of the new stuff, which is awesome. and everything works really good. So is there not much to complain about? There really isn't. This I want to get, but I can't. I feel like you're supposed to jump that whole thing. I really do, but I cannot for the life of me get that. So that's the best we're going to do because this is 6 minutes already. It is roughly 3 minutes a lap. And I mean, I don't know for sure because the game thinks I'm cutting the track constantly. See, this is what I was doing. I'm pretty sure that's faster. And there we hit the triple. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. And that is 2 laps. So overall, dude, really solid track. So our best time was 3 minutes and 6 seconds. So I'm sure it's under 3 minutes, but it's about a 3-minute track. That is wicked long. That is really long. And overall, it was really well laid out. I'm sure it took forever to put this together. And it was fast, and it had a really good flow to it. But I felt like there was a few sections, for sure the sand. I wish you didn't just jump over all the sand. I wish you would have had to jump in and jump out or add a little bit of dirt in between so at least you had to, you know, maybe you could get a better drive for the rhythm or whatever. But instead of just jumping over all the sand, that back section I wasn't a huge fan of. Instead of having all those little kind of cobbled up turns, I would have just 180'd it back into those whoops. But hey, that's just my opinion. It's your track. I think you did a great job. This is definitely a fun track. We're gonna give this 2 stars. 2 stars, very kind of in the middle. I mean, I know it was really long, but just because it's long doesn't make it automatically a 1-star track, you know what I mean? So it was good. There was a bunch of sections I really enjoyed, but there's a few things that I was mentioning that, you know, would have been kind of nice. And maybe a few spots where you would open up the track a little bit more. For having that long of a track, it would have been nice to see some more extended rhythm sections where you really had to pay attention to have a flow through it. You know, being able to half throttle the corner and then get on it and easily get over it. So 2 stars, not a bad job, dude. Let's jump over and see if we can find our 3rd and final track. Okay, so here we have Farrell NSX, suggested by D-Sum. Now this track is by far the most interesting track because it has a bunch of hidden lines in it, and it feels like it's a 250 track. All right, so check this out. I mean, originally, I feel like this is what he wants. He wants to double, 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 step on, step off. That feels a bit on the slow side. There is definitely another way through that rhythm section. He's got the whoop section here. Then he's got this, which kind of goes into these big sand rollers. You can triple this. Oh, we didn't get it. And then you can double over the face of the next triple and then double out. It is faster. It's not pretty, but it is faster. I feel like this is kind of how he intended you to hit it. It feels like the straightforward way, but there is definitely a faster line in there. This sand section is my new nightmare, but I do appreciate how he built this. You have to actually be in the sand. Kind of mess that up. And then here he's got a really small triple. And then I'm trying to remember what this was. Oh yeah, step on, step off, finish line. Now the finish line is like super flat. Super flat finish line. I don't know what's up with that. But overall, I mean, there's other lines out here, guys. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them, but there is other lines out here. For sure. I don't know if I can triple in, but I feel like you could double, triple to this table, and then step off. See that? I feel like that is definitely a line. All right. Now let's see if we can get this. Triple, double, and then double out. See, it's not the way it's meant to be. That is supposed to be a triple into the corner, but it's there. I need to try and get that line. I might show you a lap of this after the video is over, just because I'm so curious about it. It's such a simple track, but it's a very simple design, but the way he did it, it's definitely leaving other lines out there on the table. Really easy to overjump there. We'll go for one more lap and see if we can get these lines. If we can't, like I said, if I'm able to, I'll show you at the end of the video. After we finish, I'll throw a hot lap in at the end. If we can get it. So what do I want to try here? Oh, too much. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. That's so sick. That was amazing. That was so sick. Oh no, I was gonna show you the regular way of hitting that. Well, whatever. I was gonna show you the regular way of hitting that. Now here. Oh man, I feel like you could triple that and then triple out. Maybe. Maybe. That's gonna be a tough one to hit. I might not get it for you. So like I said, I'm only gonna show you the hot lap at the end of the video if I actually get it. Okay, that's a nightmare. This track is sick, dude. There's just so many different ways you can hit it. It's very much like it's a 250 track, but if you come here with the 450, you can throw down these really big lines. And the line choice, it's not like an obvious thing either. Oh my gosh. It's not like an obvious thing either. They're very... I mean, you kind of have to pay attention. So... overall, dude, that is a super sick track. Like, that track is really, 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 really awesome. It's a very, very simple design. It's not too long. Everything is placed really well for if you're on a 250 or if you're on a 450 to hit the standard line or go after the bigger one like you saw. Really awesome job, dude. 1.5 stars. Very solid track. I feel like it's a bit better than average. I know we gave it 1.5, but I do feel like it's better than average. Such a simple design. See, you don't have to throw down these huge, crazy long tracks to get really low suck star ratings. I mean, this was a really great track. And I encourage you guys to go check out all the tracks today. But this track, for sure, go try and hit some of these lines. It's a lot of fun. But make sure to leave your Steam ID, your PSN name, or your gamer tag, and your track name in the description below if you want me to check it out. So I know what platform it is and who made it, because the search system can be a nightmare sometimes. And I will try to get to it. I'm hoping to get it on Xbox soon. But next time will either be PC, PS4, probably depending on how many comments are from each. Usually is how I kind of decide. But yeah, let me know what you guys would rate these tracks down in the comments below as well. You guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. And until the next video, take it easy.